Jesus said, "Man cannot live on bread alone, but from every word that proceeds from the mouth of God." You're listening to Daily Truth.
John Piper, he says this: if no shepherd kings were ever surrounded by bloodthirsty mobs, if no missionaries were ever beheaded, if no pastors were ever hated and driven from their churches, if no nations ever tottered on the brink of oppression, if no daughters were ever drowned at sea, then the songbook of the Bible and the hymnody of the church would be very thin, and the singing of the church would not be capable of reaching to the bottom of the hearts of men. Charles Spurgeon, same kind of concept, same principle. He says, the music of the sanctuary is in no small degree indebted to the trials of the saints. And so I say all that to say, David's house is surrounded by men driven mad, not just deceived, but willingly handing themselves over to madness. Bloodthirsty men who they thrive on oppressing the righteous. They thrive on exacting tyranny. And these kinds of instances, these moments in the life of the Christian, this is the source of inspiration that writes for us the types of psalms, the types of hymns that ultimately plumb to the furthest depths of the human soul, that actually reach down into tragedy, that reach down into depression, that reach down into despair. And so God in His providence, God in His sovereignty, He allows the righteous to be afflicted so that we might search the full depths of the human soul and know that at the bottom of the ninth, at the bottom of the barrel, when everything seems to be lost, that God, our God, is our strength. And as David says in the end of this psalm, our mighty fortress.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, would you consider supporting this ministry by giving a donation of any amount? You can do so by going to our website, rightresponseministries.com. Let's be frank. Sadly, many evangelical pastors and leaders are serving as nothing more than water carriers for the political left. Just as those in the political left hate you, just like those corporations that are left-leaning hate you, these pastors and evangelical leaders hate you. I know that's a strong statement to make. I'm aware of that, but it's true. They don't care about your personal liberty. They don't care about your freedom. They want you to love your neighbor at the expense of biblical truth, even if it means bearing false witness. That's not us. We're different. We're not the only ones. I don't want to be arrogant. God has reserved a remnant for Himself in this time, as He has all other ages and all other places, but they are few and far between. It's called a remnant for a reason. We need your help. We want to stand up to tyranny. We want to stand up to this new left totalitarian regime. We want to defend Christians and people, the salt of the earth, who love America and who love God's word. But we can't do it without your help. If you're not prepared or able to give a financial gift, one way that you can support this ministry is by simply subscribing to our YouTube channel and clicking the bell so that you'll be notified as we come out with new content. You can also help us by sharing our content on all your social media platforms so that more people can hear the truth of God's word with courage and fidelity. Thanks for tuning in. God bless.